Hello again, everybody. Time for another Stanley Holloway monologue, I thought. This time I'm just going to do the granddaddy of them all, the Lion and Albert, and I'll move on to some of the more, well, rather the less well-known ones over the next few days. But anyway, here we go with the Lion and Albert. There's a famous seaside place called Blackpool that's noted for fresh air and fun. And Mr. and Mrs. Ramsbottom went there with young Albert, their son. Oh, a grand little lad were young Albert, all dressed in his best, quite a swell. He'd a stick with an horse's head handle, the finest that Woolworths could sell. They didn't think much to the ocean, the waves, they was piddling and small. There were no wrecks, nobody drowned, in fact nothing to laugh at all. So, seeking for further amusement, they paid and went into the zoo where they'd lions and tigers and camels, and real ale and sandwiches too. There were one great big lion called Wallace. His nose were all covered in scars, and he lay in a somnolent posture with his face on the side of the bars. Now Albert had heard about lions, how they was ferocious and wild, and to see Wallace lying so peaceful, well, it didn't seem right to the child. So up jumped the brave little fella, not showing one morsel of fear, took his stick with the horse's head handle and poked it in Wallace's ear. Ooh, you could see that the lion didn't like it, for giving a kind of a roll, he pulled Albert inside the cage with him and swallowed the little lad whole. Now Pa, who had seen the occurrence and didn't know what to do next, said, "Mother, yon lion's et Albert." And Mother said, "I am vexed." They complained to the animal keeper, who said, "My, what a nasty mishap. Are you sure that it's your son he's eaten?" Pa said, "Am I sure? There's his cap." The manager had to be sent for, and he came and he said, "What's to do?" Ma said, "Yon lion's et Albert, and him in his Sunday best too." And Pa said, "Right's right, young feller, I think it's a shame and a sin to have our son et by a lion, and after we've paid to come in." Oh, now the manager wanted no trouble. He took out his purse right away, saying, "How much to settle the matter?" Pa said. "Oh, what do you usually pay?" But Mother had turned a bit awkward when she thought where her Albert had gone and said, "No, someone's got to be summonsed." So that was decided upon. And off they all went to the police station in front of that, that magistrate chap. And they told what had happened to Albert and proved it by showing his cap. The magistrate gave his opinion that no one was really to blame, and he said that he hoped the Ramsbottoms would have further sons to their name. Oh, at that, Mother got proper blazing. "And thank you, sir, kindly," said she. "Spend the rest of our lives raising children to feed ruddy lions? Not me."